Have you ever found yourself tirelessly pursuing someone's affection, only to end up feeling even more disconnected over time? If so, you're certainly not alone. Many of us fall into the trap of believing that exerting more effort allows us to control the outcomes in our relationships. However, what if the real secret to successful relationships lies not in the pursuit, but in effortlessly attracting others? This shift in approach is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to develop inner strength and authenticity rather than resorting to persuasion or manipulation. In this article, we're going to explore how you can transform your approach from one of chasing to one of attracting by adopting key Stoic principles such as dropping fear, prioritizing your time, and fostering detachment. We'll integrate ancient Stoic wisdom with modern insights into emotional intelligence to provide you with practical strategies that you can apply to your relationships, personal development, and everyday interactions. By the end of this exploration, you'll not only understand how to manage relationships with elegance and assurance, but also how to become a beacon for authentic connections. If you're ready to change the way you relate to others and attract more meaningful connections, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned as we delve into the core principles before exploring each topic in detail in the upcoming sections of this video. 1. Stop chasing, start attracting. First, let's shift our mindset. Instead of chasing after someone's approval or affection, start focusing on becoming the best version of yourself. This isn't about manipulation or playing hard to get. It's about inner transformation. The more you invest in yourself and embrace qualities like strength, calm, and resilience, the more people will naturally be drawn to you. Think about it. Would you rather spend time with someone who is confident and at peace with themselves, or someone who is constantly seeking validation? In Stoicism, the focus is always on what we can control, ourselves. By cultivating qualities that make you magnetic, you no longer need to chase after anyone. Your energy will naturally attract people who are aligned with your values and interests. As you stop chasing, you start to experience a sense of freedom, allowing your relationships to unfold naturally rather than forcing outcomes. This transformation is the foundation upon which deeper, more meaningful connections are built. 2. Drop the fear. One of the most common obstacles in relationships is fear. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, or fear of being alone. Fear creates a cycle of anxiety that can push people away, even if you're trying your hardest to keep them close. When fear takes over, it leads to behaviors like overanalyzing, constantly seeking approval, or trying too hard to impress others. Unfortunately, this desperation is easy to spot and can be off-putting. The key to breaking this cycle is to drop the fear. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, men are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. This means that it's not the situation itself that causes fear, but our interpretation of it. For instance, worrying about whether someone will like you back creates unnecessary anxiety. When you let go of this fear, you become more relaxed and confident, which makes you more attractive. To truly embody this, you need to be aware of when fear is creeping in. The next time you find yourself anxious about a relationship, pause and ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Often, it's the fear of rejection or loneliness. These fears are often exaggerated and rarely reflect reality. By confronting and letting go of them, you free yourself to be your authentic self, which is incredibly appealing to others. 3. Give it your all, then let it be. Once you've mastered your fear, the next step is to give your best effort in relationships and then release the need for control over the outcome. This principle, rooted in Stoic philosophy, is about investing fully in what you can control, your actions, your words, and your efforts, while letting go of what you cannot control, such as how others will react or feel about you. Imagine being in a relationship where you're constantly worried about whether the other person will reciprocate your feelings. You try your hardest to impress them, but the more you focus on controlling their reactions, the more pressure you create, and the less natural the connection feels. This kind of behavior can actually drive the other person away. Instead, focus on giving your all, being your best self, and then let things unfold as they will. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectation, which depends on tomorrow and wastes today." Once you've done everything within your power, step back and allow the relationship or interaction to evolve naturally. This approach not only reduces stress, but also makes your interactions more authentic and less forced. This principle doesn't mean you care less. It simply means you trust the process. Like planting a seed, you've done your part by watering it and providing sunlight. Now, it's time to let it grow on its own. 4. Prioritize your time. In our fast-paced world, time is one of the most valuable assets we have. Yet it's often wasted on people or activities that don't add value to our lives. Stoic philosophy teaches us to prioritize our time by focusing on what truly matters. In relationships, this means setting boundaries and investing your time in people who uplift you and share your values. Think about the last time you found yourself waiting anxiously for someone to text back or adjusting your schedule to accommodate someone who didn't respect your time. This behavior not only devalues your time, but also sends a message that you're willing to lower your standards for the sake of someone else's attention. By valuing your time, you communicate self-worth. When you set boundaries, you naturally attract people who respect you and your time. Those who don't respect your time will begin to fade away, making space for relationships that are truly fulfilling. Remember, your time is limited, so invest it wisely in activities and people who matter most. 5. Picture yourself winning. Visualization is a powerful tool that can shape your mindset and actions in relationships. Before entering a social situation, whether it's a date or an important conversation, take a moment to picture yourself succeeding. Imagine walking into the room with confidence, speaking effortlessly, and creating a genuine connection with the other person. This mental rehearsal sets the tone for how you'll behave and how others will perceive you. As Tony Robbins often says, clarity is power. When you visualize positive outcomes, you prime yourself for success. This practice doesn't just make you feel better, it actually helps you behave in a more composed and confident manner, which naturally draws people to you. When you see yourself winning, your body language, tone, and energy will reflect this inner confidence, making your interactions more successful and genuine. 6. Manage your feelings. While it's natural to experience strong emotions in relationships, allowing them to dictate your actions can lead to undesirable outcomes. Stoicism teaches us to manage our emotions by pausing before reacting. When you feel a surge of jealousy, frustration, or anxiety, instead of letting it control your actions, take a moment to acknowledge the emotion without acting on it. This simple pause can make all the difference in maintaining your composure and keeping interactions calm and productive. Emotional mastery is incredibly attractive. People are drawn to those who can remain calm and collected in stressful situations, as it conveys strength and confidence. By managing your emotions, you create an atmosphere of stability, which fosters deeper connections with others. Seventh, foster detachment. Detachment is often misunderstood. It's not about not caring or becoming cold. It's about severing the emotional ties that bind your happiness to external factors, like someone's approval or a particular outcome. As Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. This means focusing on what you can control, your actions and your mindset, while letting go of the need to control others or external events. In relationships, fostering detachment allows you to be fully present without becoming overly dependent on the other person's response. You can invest in the relationship without being consumed by worry about whether it will turn out the way you hope. This detachment creates a sense of freedom and peace, which others will find deeply attractive. 8. Develop gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful mindsets you can cultivate. Instead of focusing on what you lack or what hasn't gone your way, shift your perspective to appreciate what you already have. This change in focus can transform your outlook and interactions with others. When you're grateful, you radiate positive energy that naturally draws people to you. By developing a gratitude practice, such as taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you're thankful for, you'll find that you become more content, less anxious, and more grounded. This sense of inner fulfillment is magnetic, as people are drawn to those who exude happiness and peace. 9. Embrace the process. One of the most important lessons from Stoic philosophy is to embrace the process, not just the outcome. Personal growth, building meaningful relationships, and achieving success don't happen overnight. It's a gradual journey that requires patience, persistence, and trust in the process. Just as a tree takes time to grow and reach its full potential, so too do your efforts to become more magnetic, confident, and centered. Embrace the journey of becoming your best self and trust that the right people will be drawn to you at the right time. By focusing on the process rather than fixating on specific outcomes, you'll reduce stress and create space for organic growth in your relationships and life. 10. Foster authentic connections. In today's fast-paced, superficial world, authenticity is more valuable than ever. Instead of trying to convince others to like you, focus on building genuine, authentic connections based on mutual respect, shared values, and vulnerability. When you are true to yourself, you invite others to do the same, creating deeper and more meaningful relationships. As Brené Brown, a renowned researcher on vulnerability, emphasizes, true connection happens when we allow ourselves to be seen, flaws, and all. By embracing your authentic self and fostering an environment where others feel comfortable being themselves, you create a space for real connection and trust to flourish. 11th, visualize positive outcomes. Finally, as you continue your journey of self-improvement and relationship building, remember the power of visualization. Visualizing positive outcomes not only enhances your confidence, but also helps you approach situations with a constructive mindset. Whether you're preparing for a big meeting, a date, or a conversation with a loved one, take a few moments to visualize success. This practice not only reduces anxiety, but also helps you stay focused on your goals and intentions. By imagining the best possible scenario, you set the stage for positive, fulfilling interactions that reflect your inner growth and confidence. Conclusion. In the end, building meaningful, lasting relationships isn't about chasing, persuading, or manipulating others. It's about cultivating the qualities within yourself that naturally draw people towards you. By adhering to these key Stoic principles, dropping fear, managing emotions, fostering detachment, and embracing gratitude, you can fundamentally transform the way you approach relationships and personal growth. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is ongoing, and each step you take brings you closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. Embrace the process, trust in your ability to attract the right people, and let your Stoic energy resonate through everything you do. As you continue to develop these practices, you'll find that the right connections will naturally gravitate towards you, grounded in authenticity, respect, and mutual understanding. By embracing these timeless principles, you are not only enhancing your relationships, but also enriching your overall approach to life. So, take a deep breath, trust the process, and watch as your relationships and life flourish in ways you never thought possible. Thank you for watching. If you found value in this video, please show your support by hitting that like button and leaving a comment below to share your commitment to these practices. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family so they too can benefit and resonate with the life-changing values discussed today. Your engagement truly helps spread these positive messages further.